I woke up at 4 in the morning to put on my makeup, then woke the kids and started making their breakfast. After that, I stepped into the darkness before dawn. I dropped the kids off at the neighbor's place and rushed toward the train station. I caught the train at the very last second. After a shaky, exhausting 1-hour ride, I finally arrived at work. I worked at a 5-star hotel. Once I changed into my uniform, my long day officially began. I straightened every sheet and blanket with precision, fluffed every pillow to perfection, and scrubbed every bathroom until it was spotless. I faced my work with absolute discipline. Lunch was the only moment I could breathe, and after work I threw myself right back into the morning routine. When I reached the station, I found the subway shut down because of a massive strike. Only one train was still running to the suburbs, so once again I ran with everything I had. After a long trek, night had already fallen by the time I finally got home. I went to the neighbors to pick up the kids, and she complained that my son was hard to handle, suggesting I find someone else to watch them. I forced a smile and could only beg her to hang on until Friday. I put the kids to bed and started ironing clothes, because tomorrow's interview was crucial. At 4 in the morning, the alarm rang again, and a new day began. I dropped the kids off at the old lady's place and apologized again for troubling her. When I arrived at the station, the entire transit system had collapsed yet again. I didn't have time to hesitate. I rented a car, only for it to break down halfway there. Thankfully, a black man who happened to be heading to Paris offered me a ride. Even with his help, I was still late. Luckily, the whole city was affected by the strike, so the manager didn't hold it against me. While cleaning rooms, I found that a guest had left the place in total chaos and no one wanted to deal with it. I decided to use a pressure washer, even though it might damage the floor and completely violated hotel policy, but I didn't care. I had an interview that afternoon. After finishing early, I asked to leave ahead of time, but the moment I reached the interview site, my confidence vanished. Everyone looked like top-tier professionals. After a brief conversation, I walked out in disappointment, convinced I didn't stand a chance. On the way back, I called my ex-husband to ask him to watch the kids, but he didn't answer. I struggled to find a delayed bus to get home. By the time I finally picked up the kids, it was already night. The next day, a coworker told me the manager knew I'd been late and had left early, and she was about to explode. Right then, a phone call gave me a bit of relief. The company from yesterday wanted me to come back for a departmental interview, but the happiness didn't last long. The manager showed up, scolded me for being late and leaving early, and didn't give me any chance to explain. She said I should have been smarter. After swallowing the humiliation, I started asking around to see if someone could cover my shift the next day, but everyone turned me down. I felt myself wavering, like my life was collapsing all over again.